Number two, other people's experience. Other people's experience. You have heard it said that experience is the best teacher. However, the real truth is the fact that the experience of others are the best teacher. When you wait to learn from your own experience, then you will have failed. So when we say experience is the best teacher, we need to complete it by saying the experience of others are the best teachers. The Bible even records that there are many things that are written in the Word of God for our own examples, so that we can learn from the experience of other people. The Bible also says that we should follow those who through faith and patience inherit the promise. So when we see the experiences of others, the experiences of others becomes a motivation and a leverage for us in our own journey. For instance, someone has gone through a phase in life and they have written a book. When you read the book of that individual or that author, what are you doing? You are taking advantage and leveraging on their own experience. Someone has understood a particular aspect of life, and then that person organizes a training or organizes a seminar. What do? When you attend such training and you attend such seminars, you are able to learn the secret of the trade. You are able to learn what helped that individual to be what he or she is, and then that becomes a leverage for you. When you submit to the mentorship of people, what are you doing? You are taking advantage of their experience. You are leveraging on their experience so that you will not repeat the mistakes that they have made. They can guide you with their success story. They can guide you with their mistakes. They can guide you with all that they have learned in the journey of their own life. Number three, because we have a long way to go today, I want to try and... Number three is other people's idea. Other people's idea. If you sit down to think well, you will realize that many of the things you use today, many of the things you take advantage of today, many of the things that give you comfort in life today are the ideas of other people. Someone created the chair that you are sitting on right now. Someone invented the air condition that is making the atmosphere cool for you to enjoy. Someone invented the microphone that you are using to hear me amplify my voice to you. Someone invented the wristwatch that you are using. Someone invented the mobile phone. So you find out that all the different things that you use in life, all the different things that makes life comfortable for you are things that other people created. So it is somebody else's idea that you are now benefiting from. If you say, I don't want to use anybody's idea, I only want to use my idea, then you go back to the Stone Age. You go back to the Stone Age, because that means you have to be naked, because the clothes you are wearing, somebody else manufactured clothes. Hello? That means you have to go without shoe. Somebody manufactured shoe. That means you have to start trekking because somebody manufactured vehicles. So you find out that when we talk about leverage, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to go through what other people have already gone through. You don't need to do what other people have already done. There was a time when we used to post letters. In order for you to communicate with someone in another part of the world, what do? You write a letter. You go to post office. You buy a postal stamp. And then you send the letter. And it takes weeks for the letter to get to them. It takes weeks for them to reply you. So you have to wait for months for that back and forth communication to take place. But what happens after that? Somebody invented the fax machine. And then you're able to send the fax. And then you're able to receive the message. But now you can be communicating by WhatsApp, instant messaging with someone in China, in Australia. And you are sending the message and they are replying you instantly. Why? Somebody else's idea. So you find out that when we talk about leverage, you don't necessarily have to be the inventor of the idea. Today, many of us are on social media. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. I had an Instagram session yesterday night, and people connected from all over the world. Somebody connected from Saudi Arabia. And we're all online together. But I'm in Lagos. And the person is in Saudi Arabia. Why was the person able to connect? Instagram. Why? Somebody else's idea. So you find out that when we talk about leverage, there are different ideas that exist in our world today that people have been able to act upon that makes life easy for you. When Jesus was alive, there was no microphone. So Jesus had to rely on the wind to carry his voice in order for the people to hear the voice. But I don't need to rely on the wind. I have a microphone. Why? Somebody invented that microphone so that I'll be able to do that. Number 4, other people's success. Other people's success. There are different people in the world today that have entered into a place of success as a result of the grace of God and as a result of the application of life principles and success principles. Now, when other people become successful, you can take advantage of their own success as a leverage for your own journey in life. Say, how do I do that? You are already doing that on many levels. Many of you are marketers today. You market people's products. Is it your product? You market people's service. Is it your service? No. Someone has become successful in coming up with the product, coming up with the service, and then you are now marketing their product, marketing their service. You are into network marketing. You are not the owner of the product. You are a marketer. And then you are making money as a result of somebody else's success. There are a lot of people today that wear different brands that does not belong to them. Some even sell it. There are people that sell jerseys. Arsenal, Man U, Liverpool. You have not even gone to London before. You have not even traveled out of Nigeria. But because somebody else has become successful, you now carry their name. You print a t-shirt. You carry their name. You print souvenirs. And you are selling souvenirs with somebody else's name, somebody else's logo. Why? Because they have become successful. So you are leveraging on their success. When you associate with successful people, consciously or unconsciously, that association affects you. Why do we have celebrity ambassadors? Why do we have brand ambassadors? So that the success of that celebrity can rub off on you. And people can say, okay, if this celebrity is an ambassador for this product, all of us that believe in this celebrity, we have to also patronize this product. So you are leveraging on somebody else's success. And many times, when we don't even understand the power of that association, it becomes a trouble. So how do you leverage on the success of people? By association. When you associate with successful people, whether you like it or not, consciously or unconsciously, it will begin to affect you. Because the Bible says, they that walk with the wise shall be wise. It's there in your Bible. So when you walk with successful people, whether you like it or not, over a period of time, consciously and unconsciously, they'll begin to influence your thoughts. They begin to influence your mindset. They begin to influence your behavior. They begin to influence your habits. They begin to influence different aspects of your life without you even knowing that you have been influenced. Now, time plus time equals to influence. That's the mathematics of influence. Time plus time equals to influence. Say, sir, what are you talking about? Time plus time. Where you continue to spend time will influence you. Who you continue to spend time with will influence you. What you continue to spend time on will influence you. Time plus time equals to influence. So whether you believe it or not, whether you're conscious of it or not, if you continue to spend time with someone, in something, in a place, it will influence you. So you want to become successful? Move with successful people. A young lawyer was part of a legal association, and in one of their meetings and conventions, he stood up and complained on how that a lot of the big lawyers were not helping the young lawyers to succeed. And all the cases were going to the big lawyers, and all the small lawyers were left to struggle on their own. And when he complained, one of the elderly lawyers that was experienced, that was doing well, said, okay, who is your mentor? You are complaining. Who is your mentor? In this, you went to school, yes. You have a degree, yes. But who can you point to in this industry that is your mentor that you follow? He said, all this mentor, before you, it's difficult to get them. You want to get there, they don't have time for you. It's okay, no problem. Take my card, come to my office next week. So the young lawyer goes to the office of this elderly lawyer, and then the man says, oh, how are you doing? Let's go for lunch. So they get outside. The guy said, no, let's trek. There's a restaurant down there. Let's go. So they walk down very far to go to a restaurant, and they were discussing on the way. So they went to the restaurant, they had lunch, and they came back, and they said, bye-bye. Come back next week. The guy was thinking it would give him case, or it will give him some referral, or it will give him some brief, or it will connect him to stuff. The next week, they came again, lunch. As at the third week, lunch again, the guy was already complaining. He said, can you imagine? He said, I should come home. All he's taking me is to go and eat. Is it food that is my problem? He did not understand the power of association. But by the fourth and fifth week of that association, he started getting phone calls. He started getting briefs. And he was wondering, how come people are now beginning to give me briefs? What he did not realize is that by associating with that man, by that man showcasing him as someone is associating with, that man has allowed his own success and his influence to rub on him. And people are saying, if he can move with this man, he knows something. If this man can associate with him, he knows something. Hello? By the grace of God, I mentor a lot of people. By the grace of God, I'm a board of director, board of advisors, chairman to different board of different companies. And sometimes when I get some of those letters, I'm wondering, why are these people, I don't even know, you say, we just want you to be on the board. And they will pay just to have your name. So that when they have the name Olumide Emmanuel, as they say, if Olumide Emmanuel is with these people, I have one of my sons, they're also into real estate. Every year they will just come, hey, you need to come. You need to come. I say, what? He say, sir, you don't understand. That every time you show up, money shows up. Say the last meeting we did, the woman brought 10 million. See, I just wanted to come and see whether this man will come for this program. That for him to come for this program and associate with you people, it means that you people are journeying, because this man, I've been following him for 20-something years. He's a man of integrity. So if he can associate with you people, it means you people are journeying. And she invested 10 million in their company. So you need to understand that other people's success can be what? Can become a leverage for you. Number 5, other people's failure. Other people's failure. When those that have gone ahead of you have made mistakes, learn from their mistake. That's an advantage. You don't have to repeat the mistake of your father. You don't have to repeat the mistake of your mother. Your father was a teacher. Your mother was a nurse, civil servant, yet they gave birth to 8 children. How do you use teaching salary and nursing salary to take care of 8 children? And many of you, your parents have to struggle to even allow 6 out of 8 of you to finish secondary school. And your life could not move in the direction it could have if they had only 2 children. If you don't learn from that, now you are married, you are looking for a boy. You already have 3 girls. Before you know it, you want to do one more. Then twins will come. It becomes 5 girls. Learning from the mistake and the failures of others. Learning from the mistake. You know what not to do. What not to do. You learn what not to do. You learn what to avoid. As a young man, when I finished from school, I'd already become a minister. I joined the church, and I was in the church for about 4 years. And that was a very, very amazing stage of my life. And because of the experiences that I had in that church, when I started Calvary Bible Church, early in the first 2-3 years of this church, anytime I refer to that church, I refer to it as a wasted season of my life. That church, I just went to waste my time there. That church. And then one day I was saying it on the pulpit, 23, 24 years ago or thereabout. And God rebuked me and said, stop that. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. He said, I sent you there to teach you how not to run ministry. So that was your Bible school. That was your training school. He said, the wisdom you have now, the things, the integrity, the order, the structure, making sure that you separate your money from church money, everything is documented, is because you saw how a pastor was stealing money and you told yourself, I will not steal like this man. They say, so I use this failure to teach you how to succeed. And since that time, have you ever heard me say anything about my former church? You won't hear me say anything about it. Why? Because I realized that was my training school. So other people's failure is a leverage. It's a leverage. Don't repeat the mistake of other people. Don't mock their mistake, but learn from their mistake. Don't laugh at their mistake, but learn from their mistake. And that's very, very important. So when you watch other people's life, you know what not to do. You know what to avoid. You know what not to do. You know what to avoid. Let me give you a very powerful aspect of leveraging on other people's failure. Listen to this, because this is where religion messes up a lot of people. Now listen. When people fail, there is a gap that needs to be filled. If you are wise, part of leveraging on people's failure is to fill in the gap. Take advantage of the vacuum that has been created. You know why? You didn't create the problem in their life. So benefiting from the vacuum does not make you a bad person. But people don't understand that. So God forbid, you are a pastor. You are in an area, and another pastor in that area falls into adultery. Are you the one that pushed him into adultery? And then people begin to leave his church. When they leave his church, where should they go to? Position yourself to get the members. You have not committed any crime, because their soul needs to be saved. Oh, you are not getting it. Hello? A company is in trouble, and they now say, okay, because of this problem, that company is going to be shut down and sanctioned, and they are going to investigate them. When they are investigating them, what happens to their customer? Customer needs another market. Plug in. Take advantage. Hello? That is leverage. Now, it doesn't mean you are a bad person. Hello? Now, let me ask. Somebody is sick. You are not the one that afflicted them with sickness. They have kidney problem. And by virtue of the kidney problem, they now want to go to India or China or wherever they go. And the person now wants to sell a 7 million naira car for 2 million. You know, go buy. So think of it. Because many times we think we are so spiritual. We are very spiritual. That was the problem of Moses. God said, let's kill these people and start afresh. Moses said, no, how can we kill these people? No, we can't kill them. Oh, they ended up killing him. Let's move on. Number 6, other people's credibility. Other people's credibility. That still speaks about association. I was speaking with a group of ministers years ago, and I said something that they did not agree with until 6 years later. What had happened is there's a minister that is not really, there are many things that are wrong with the minister. But he's a very wise man. And by wisdom, what does he do? All the very, very important people, all the credible people in the body of Christ, he will do everything he can to invite them to his church. He will spend money. In those days, he will do a whole night vigil. Bring all manner of musicians that are reigning. Bring all the men of God. One night, he can have 10 musicians and 3 heavy men of God one night. And he will give all of them plenty money. But me, I know that this guy, He's into drugs. I know. He's a fake man of God. But his ministry continued to grow because all the men of God, when they come, he will do poster. In those days of poster, the whole of Lagos will be agog with poster. Crowd will gather. And people will say, I say, forget it. I'm not going to that church. I will not be on a poster in that guy's church. Forget it. Once I say, I'm not going. That guy is fake. He's using all these people to cover himself. One day I met one of the fathers. And we're on the same flight and we're discussing. And discussion went, I said, but sir, do you know this guy? Hey, I don't know him, but he invited me. He's a very, very humble man. Oh. He knows how to honor men of God. I said, sir, what's your definition of honor? Love offering. I said, be careful. This guy, by the time the thing will come out, all of you will be roped in. By the time the case came out, when they caught him in America, both himself and 8 choir members on drugs, they caught them in Houston. By the time the case came out, all the men of God that were being used, all of them started burying their head in shame. So, there are people that, as I'm a pastor now, I have people that say, my father-in-law, and I know that they are not my sons. So I tell them straight, I'm not your father, I don't know you. Daddy, mommy, just to use your name, they just throw your name around. Hello? So be very, very careful, because other people's credibility is a leverage, but you also have credibility. Be careful that people are not using your name. Yesterday, while we were on Instagram live, somebody typed out a message. Sir, are you the one in charge of coin something investment? Coin one or something one? So I said, sorry, we don't do that. He said, but somebody is using your name and your picture on Facebook, on WhatsApp, for people to come and invest. And I have already invested. I said, sorry. You know but the person has invested. People, you didn't buy land, you are investing in one coin, double coin. It's amazing. There are what we call time-tested investments. Real estate, time-tested. You know they fail. Fixed deposits. Treasury bill. Things that are there that everybody will see. You know they do that one. Now all those latest one. Get 30% in 1 year, get 20% in 1 month. Now those 419 kind of one. Now you go. Land you have not bought. You are 35 years. 35 years on now, you don't have one plot. Yet you have done 30 of those investments. Because greed and covetousness is worrying you. Hello? Greed and covetousness is worrying you. It says Forex. We just came back from Asaba yesterday. And the latest thing in that side, there is one Forex thing they were doing. They said the guy was giving them 30% per month. And the guy raked in almost 40-something billion. I said, did you say 4? He said 40-something billion. In the east. He said, they said, you didn't see the billboard where you were coming. The thing broke. Just this February. So people are crying. So when they came for our own meeting, they were coming thinking, this man too has brought another one to see what to join again. I said, no, they learn. Wonder Bank has been there since the 70s. They come in different uniform. Hello? So other people's credibility, maximize the power of positive association. When you join an association, you can now leverage on the credibility of the fact that you are a member. So if you are a lawyer and you are a part of the Nigerian Bar Association, you ride on that credibility. You are an accountant, you are a member of ICANN. Now, what that association does is that it gives you credibility. That this person is a lawyer and is in Bar Association. This person is a lawyer, is a member of ICANN. ICANN is a well-structured, well-organized association that ensures compliance, ensures that people... So when you are in a profession, join the association that are credible, that will give you leverage. You cannot be a surveyor and we can't trace you. You are a lawyer. You are not part of MBA. You are just one lawyer by yourself. You went to school where your father and your mother is the lecturer. And you graduated by yourself. Hello? Then when we talk about credibility, who you know. also determines a lot about life. And that's why as you begin to grow in life, be careful of where you allow your name to be put. Be careful of what you put your name on. Be careful. Sometime late last year after the COVID, I got an email from a guy that wanted me to forward this book from one of the states in Nigeria. So he wanted me to do a forward, that I am his father. And I've never heard of his name before. He has been following me for like 12 years. And I'm his father. How can I be your father for 12 years and I don't know your name? He said that I'm an irresponsible father or you're a bastard child. And me, I know I'm not an irresponsible father. So I replied to him, I said, well, I've seen what you have said, but I don't know you. See, I have your book. I said, okay, in 8 years, you are not in America. 8 years. You are in Benin. I have been to Benin at least twice a year for the past 11 years. You have never come to any of the programs in Benin, even if you can't travel to Lagos. I said, even this year, 2020, I was still in Benin in February before COVID. You did not come. I said, I've been doing meetings in Lagos. I even came to Benin to do ministers' conference like 3-4 times in the last 5 years. But you know, so if you are really my son, are you not supposed to be in the network? Have you ever been to our church in Lagos to be in a conference? Who are you fooling? I said, if you want to be a son, you can start the journey now. Order your 12-year story. Far. Stays by moonlight. Number 7, other people's platform. Other people's platform is another leverage that you can use. Other people's platform. Riding on other people's platform gives you a leverage. You know the amazing thing? There are people that do not understand the power of a platform. So they abuse platform and they take platforms for granted. You don't want to know what it is to be gifted and graced without a platform. I'm telling you. Just one reality show platform can turn you to a millionaire in 90 days. And you are not the most gifted though. There are people more gifted than you that don't have that platform. Today, there are many people all over the world, all over the country, that many of us celebrate. But the only reason why we know about them is because there is a platform we saw them on. You saw them on TV. You heard them on radio. You saw them on somebody else's platform that you believe in. And then you now know them. That platform that was given to them was a leverage. So as a pastor, as a minister, I know. I went to speak in a church last year. And they invited me back for later in the year. COVID did not allow it. And then we went back this year. When I got there, I looked at it and said, this is my second time of coming to this church. I said, this is one of the exalted altars of this nation. I said, the first time I came last year, it was a privilege to be here. I said, but for you to invite me back, it's now an honor. So the first time you brought me is a privilege. For you to say this man qualifies to come back again, it's now an honor. So I feel honored that you give me the opportunity to return again. Hello? There are people that are so gifted. Lifeline Choir, are they not gifted? Some of the people in Lifeline Choir, they can become a global vessel just by one platform. One platform. Hello? But now, how did you know they are gifted? Because we gave them this platform. Many of you are sitting down here right now. You can sing more than some of those people. But you are not in choir. So we can't give you microphone. We can't give you platform. But because they are in choir now, we show up on Sunday. Whosoever they give microphone to, all of us will listen. It's a platform. It's a platform. And from there, anything can happen. Someone has a radio program. Someone has a TV program. They are followers. You can take advantage of their platform. Pay them for 10 minutes. Pay them for 15 minutes on their TV program, on their radio program, so that you go there, they interview you. If they have 3 million viewers and they interview you for 15 minutes, you are paying them for 15 minutes, but they give you access to 3 million viewers. Today, we have social media influencers. They have millions of followers online. And you are struggling in your business. And they say, don't worry. Give me 200,000. I will help you promote your business. Say, 200,000. For what? For what? For what? But there are people in this country now. If they just go to their social media platform and mention your name, go to their social media platform and say, oh, I use this product, it's very good, support my friend. You will be busy till next year. That's how powerful platforms are. So identify platforms that can help you as a leverage and maximize all those platforms.
Thank you for taking time to watch this video. We believe you've learned something of great value. On this channel, we share videos on finances and wealth creation from biblical perspective. You can find more similar videos on this channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Let us know what you've learned in the comment section.